Right.
Also, Casa
Okay.
does all the research. She just came in knowing this stuff for no reason. Like, I'd be pissed too.
Did y'all hear me drink? I'm so sorry. I thought I was myself.
How do
You
you
know,
feel about literal chaos as a villain? I think that is a phenomenal villain. A phenomenal
I'm
villain.
not gonna hold you. I'm really scared for the next 2 books. Like
Me
they're gonna
too.
put my children through hell.
Like, I fear they're not coming out of this untraumatized.
You know, Rick loves traumatizing the children.
He
He
does.
loves
I feel
traumatizing
his
children.
favorite pastime.
No, I just find it hilarious. He said, if there is a bunch of gods, I'm tapping into that. I'm tapping into it. I'll go fuck Egyptian, Norse, fucking Greek, Roman. I need that money. I'm gonna corner that market.
See, I respect it because he never sugarcoats anything about the gods. It's always like they ain't shit everywhere. Because
They
even
tap.
Isis and Oris was trifling with those kids, looking
Nasty. Let's get
ridiculous.
let's bring those ISIS lashes in, cause
Okay,
how are you acting like that?
I really want to know what was ISIS' problem. First, you take a mother from a daughter, and then you possess the daughter. That's not a good woman.
Nasty woman, I fear. It's giving hair. I'm sorry. It's giving hair.
I'm telling you, they brunch together.
They
Okay,
do. They
they
She
do.
brunch
wanted to murder
together and they
too
discuss
much.
how to traumatize children.
Literally, she wanted to murder too much. She wanted to like kill Seth, even though that would not be advantageous for them in the long run.
That's a
I
nasty woman.
thought that scene at the U of M with with her and Sadie's head talking to Thor. What's how you pronounce his name? I was like, you need to calm down.
No, you
Be
see,
serious.
them kids was not having it with those gods though. They was on their ass like, let me take over. Them kids was like, hell no. Like, I
Like,
gotta respect the Kane children.
I do too,
They
because
didn't
they
even
knew what was
do
gonna
that.
happen. Nothing but
Hmm.
chaos. If
Like,
we
they
let
heard there were gods in their head and they didn't respect them.
No, I feel like putting the gods in their head. That was some sick shit. Because when I
it
when
was
I I was all like, no, what the fuck do you mean?
kind of nasty. First of all, being in the head of a 12 and 14-year-old sounds like torture. I'm
For
sorry.
It does. You got the hormones jumping in, like moving around, and then now you got a fucking god in your head. Oh,
Right.
I would
Like,
have to
no
agree
Horace,
with you.
shade. No
Horace
shade to
was
the
so sick
teenagers that might
when
be
he was.
listening. But
Horace was so sick when he was like, "Oh, remember how we felt when Zia was around last time? Like, close your mouth."
No, okay. Just in his head, traumatizing that little boy. Carter been through enough.
He doesn't
Carter,
need.
Carter deserves reparations.
he does. Thank you. He does. Carter does. Carter has been going through it this entire book. Carter got turned into a lizard and had to have Sadie save him.
No, okay. Like
He
Carter
was
was sick
sick,
Meanwhile,
in
and I
the
Sadie
was
entire
couldn't
sick
even
book.
too.
save herself.
Hold on, let's talk about that. When they couldn't transform back to their human form, if that
Oh,
was
I
me,
was stressed.
Same, same. The
Like
first
they
time
couldn't
when
figure it
Sadie
out. I was like, what?
couldn't get out of that kite form, I was like, oh my god, how
no,
she
I was
go
like,
get out of this?
no. And then Carter had to fucking just express his feelings of all the
Carter,
bullshit he go through.
that's a big brother right there. That's a
That
big brother,
no, he stepped up. Like Carter, he had to intervene.
literally. Oh my
But
god.
no, yeah, Carter deserves reparations. I'm hoping when the film. I don't know if y'all talk about this because once again, I left my phone in the room because I've been having to pack and move, y'all. It's really suffering time for me. Anyway, but when the film comes out, I feel like Netflix will finally be like, we can finally tap in rightfully to our light skin mixed kid repertoire to
Listen,
cast
they
Sadie.
I seen
They're
the
so
cast.
excited about that.
Listen,
Like, bro,
they
let me,
got the light brights
let me tell you
They got
something.
them
in
lined
the
up out
audition
the
room right
door.
now.
No,
They have that paperback test ready.
we no.
They can go into their basement and just pluck one at random.
No,
Right.
no, no,
It
no, no,
don't
no.
even
We need
matter who.
actors. We need actors. I know they like to cast light skins that can't act, but for this, I fear we need emotions. Okay,
Right. We
we need
need
the
children
tears
that can
flowing.
act.
Okay, I won't bully the children regardless, but I will say this is CW level of acting
I feel.
because I can't. Netflix will be like, you're light skinned, you got the job, and that's it. I feel like that's fucked up. We need actors.
Listen, there somebody do got a paper bag test ready with this for this
Let's see.
audition.
They're playing that she's biracial girl 24/7 in that office.
Oh God!
Let me tell
If
you.
you could finish the lyric, you get the role.
Let me tell you. Okay. They have
Listen,
no. they have them doing that biracial spoken word poetry. Okay.
Listen, no, they asked if you have your answer. If you have a picture of your grandmother saved in your phone, ready when somebody questions your blackness,
No,
you can go into the audition room.
when
Like,
Sadie
show
was
me your
all,
grandma right now.
when
Like,
Sadie
I'm so
said, "I don't
sorry.
look like my siblings," I was like, Sadie can't answer who was in Paris. Sadie got to pull up the grandparents and say,
Like,
"Nigga,
it's
She gonna
really
point at her
sad.
brother
Like,
like
if
he was
you
in
gotta
Paris.
pull out a picture of your dad to prove that you're black,
listen." Carter asks all the time, "Sadie, who was in Paris?" And he makes sure he acts in front of company too, in front of motherfuckers that
And
don't
Sadie
know
just
them.
freeze. Like,
Strangers,
oh.
like she gonna say in front of people, strangers out there.
Mm-hmm. Okay, when they're in public, he get real nasty. That's his payback for all those years of abandonment.
As he should.
That was supportive.
listen. Sadie was just on fatherless and motherless behavior. It's not really her
We have
fault.
another one. You see,
British fatherless and motherless behavior.
she was raised
And
in the
12. I feel the
UK.
cards are stacked against her.
She was
And she
basically
was
raised
12.
by wolves. Like,
It's
Raised by
bad for her.
racist
It's
white
bad for her.
grandparents.
Like, I'm
Like,
surprised. I'm surprised Sadie didn't come out swinging on Carter, calling him the N word.
like,
I'm sorry. Like,
not too much.
Like,
Like,
y'all,
saying
she
Why
was
is that
raised
messy?
by the white people who invented racism.
she was
the
raised by
OGs of
Like-
colonizer central.
the
Okay?
OGs of colonization.
She'll ask him why his hair's messy. Meanwhile, it's just natural.
Listen, that's the mother though. Okay, Sadie, that's still my
We
daughter.
get on Sadie, but Sadie is a good character.
She's still family.
But it's kind of low hanging fruit. But like,
Well,
we gotta make the
I think
joke.
another thing is like Sadie is 12, and we haven't been in the mind of a 12-year-old for a hot second.
Right.
Listen,
We're not used to 12-year-old commentary.
this thing,
Right.
This is why the
Sadie,
slander,
you just like everybody else. You get lashes. Like that's my daughter, but
Like,
the lashing has to stay in house. We can't let anyone else say this about her.
right. Like when the Kane Chronicles movie come out, I won't be a lash.
oh,
Y'all will hear the lash.
front row. Like I'm front row
I
defending her.
fear I'm not gonna lash Sadie or Carter. It's gonna be the same thing with the Annabeth situation. Anything Annabeth does,
Behind closed doors.
Behind
Exactly.
closed
Systematic racism. That's
we
it's not her
this
fault.
is an intra-community conversation.
Exactly. Exactly.
Like, no.
sorry.
We're ruled by mob law. First
No,
off.
I feel like if you want to lash Sadie, you got to show me your book set.
right.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's fair. If
You
wanna
gotta
lash
answer
Sadie,
a couple of questions before
Okay.
you
Who was
can
in
lash
Paris?
Sadie.
Who was in Paris?
If
Don't
you
tell me
can't
what
say
you
who
got,
was in
Sadie.
Paris, you can't lash Sadie.
You got to answer who was in Paris. You got to answer why he got that fucking fedora on.
If you can't show me your Sunday school best, you can't lash Carter or Sadie.
Exactly.
Listen,
Listen. They
it's
better
just
keep Carter's name out their mouth because Carter got shooters. I'm one of them.
no. I'll get nasty about that one.
Like, that's my
another one
son,
I've
actually.
added
That's
to
my
the.
son. I can't let them talk about him like that.
No, I hope Carter gets the favorite character of the month treatment. Okay,
Same.
I do.
Listen.
Okay,
Because Carter will always be my favorite Kane
I
sibling.
fear
I'm sorry.
Sadie. The cards are stacked against you. You will not be getting that treatment. You will get it from me, but everybody else.
Sadie is gonna get annoying mixie treatment.
No.
Yeah.
At
Let me
least
tell
Carter
y'all
don't.
something.
Carter don't look like he got a white mama. Somebody
Listen.
got a white mama. Not me though, but somebody do.
Sadie, the Punnett Square dolls are gonna show up for her. Okay.
Oh,
Not the
Lord.
Punnett Square.
The 5200s are gonna ride for Sadie.
Okay, I'm sorry. I will ride for
70,
Sadie. Sadie, I will ride for Sadie. Sadie is representation matters.
Not representation matters. Oh.
No,
Sadie's-
Sadie speaks to all of us who they ask why you look like that when we're Sadie speaks to the one where the white lady look at you and your mama crazy when y'all go outside.
Listen.
Representation
Sadie's
matters.
like one of those girls that were called an Oreo. They never got over it.
No, she got over it. You know how I know she got over it? She defended her brother. Now
Right.
Carter had to
Carter
whack her.
made her get over it.
Listen, Carter
It
had to
took her a
whack
while,
her a
though.
few times, but she did. She is not on Danny Glover level. Okay? My
Sadie
sister has
Kane is
moved
not on the internet trying to defend her blackness because Carter wouldn't let her do that.
No.
Right.
Sadie Kane is
Sadie
not
is not
posting her daddy.
embarrassing us.
Okay? Sadie is not posting her daddy saying, You know, when I was younger, I didn't fit in with the white kids, the black kids. Sadie, you're 27.
Literally.
Like, I'm too white
Sadie,
for the black
Sadie
kids,
is the
too
girl
black
on
for the white
TikTok
kids. Wait, let
that's
me find
like
that video of Madison Bailey. Hold on.
No,
Sadie
no,
gets
no.
on TikTok and shows pictures with her brother, and they get a little confused and want to see what her parents look like.
No.
And they make like a 27-part series explaining it.
Carter will slap the shit out of that girl. You make 2 parts. 2
We're
parts.
gonna smash that phone before she gets to
Okay.
part 3.
Listen,
Carter's
Carter not
older.
even gonna let her reply to the comment.
It's gonna be funny because they're gonna come in the next video, so you're not gonna explain. Carter gonna be like, Sadie, shut the fuck up.
When Carter walks around wearing an Ankh necklace, but he got his little sister next to him, and people get the wrong idea.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's so
No.
awkward.
Whenever Carter walk in the function, he gotta introduce Sadie first. That's my sister.
Before someone asks if they're dating.
My God.
No. Carter make sure he's not one of those. He break that stereotype. I am not my father's son.
Carter only likes dark-skinned women.
Let me tell you,
Yes,
Carter,
Dr. Umar
I
will be
mean,
ashamed of
I'm
him.
not sure how true that is, actually, but
Zia's light-skinned, but it's okay.
she's not to me.
Is she not?
I have no
where is
idea.
Zia
In my
from again?
head, Zia looks
No,
completely different.
I'm hitting Zia with the Negroification rate. I don't know.
let's do.
Me too.
Zia
Zia's
very
got
much.
Afro.
Zia very much gave me the brown skin, dark skin dolls. That
Same.
was me.
Was she actually
But you
from
know,
Egypt, or did they like? Where was her village?
you know
Most was
what?
Egyptian.
They didn't say
No.
where her village was.
I'm not even gonna hold you. We might have to bully Netflix with that casting.
And we will.
Yeah.
Just a bit.
Because I fear if not monitored, they will come ridiculous. Like,
I feel like Rick, you gotta intervene.
Oh no! Wait, you guys. This is gonna be the mixed kid movie. This is gonna be their anthem.
Oh Lord.
Representation
They're gonna
matters.
get Zendaya on the soundtrack.
they are.
They gonna get her to start making music again.
They gonna have
No,
they
no,
gonna
no,
have
not.
Zendaya play bass.
Listen, Zendaya's not gonna be on the soundtrack, but Tinashe will.
Jade Thirlwall will somehow
Twins.
make her way on the soundtrack.
What's that
FK
girl that
twins.
looks like Tinashe's twin? What's her name? Shit. FK twins will be on
or
the
Doja
soundtrack.
Cat. Doja Cat will be on the
Well,
soundtrack.
Doja Cat doing the lead single. Jordan
Not
Fisher.
twins. Wait
Let
a
me tell you,
minute. Not
Jordan
like
Fisher's
this.
fucking whack ass will find a way to be on that soundtrack.
According to the replies, Zia is Afro Arab.
Okay, come
So
on,
an Afro.
representation.
She black.
Okay, so
Yeah,
she's a dark-skinned
like-
doll. Exactly.
Like,
Let me
princess.
tell you, I be seeing them dolls on Twitter. They dark skinned too. She will be
They're
dark
gonna
skinned.
get, but I'm telling y'all, the entire Legion. You know who's gonna be in it? What's her name from Grownish?
No.
She's literally
Yara
Afro
Shahidi.
doll.
Yara
You know what's
Shahidi.
hilarious? You know what's hilarious? She's not
No,
mixed.
I fear
but she gets
Alexandria
thrown
Ship
in
might
that
make an
mixed.
appearance.
She's not mixed.
She's not.
Oh.
But she gets thrown in that mixed girl bag.
She exudes the energy of mixed.
They'll be like, here's the mixed girls we gonna drag, and then she not mixed whatsoever. I'm like, oh wait.
Wait.
And
No.
she said that she's not mixed. So
No.
I'm like,
You know what that just reminded me of? You know Zendaya's little sister on Euphoria? She's not mixed, right?
oh,
She's
They
not
will
mixed
argue
at
up and
all.
down.
No.
that
She
Oh
got-
yeah, she's not.
She got 4 black
Let
grandparents.
me tell you, her parents give Nick girl, okay? But I just remembered there was all like, oh yeah, and fuck her mixed ass too. And they showed the picture of the parents and they're like, I don't go fuck, she's still mixed to me.
But she's still mixed girl representation.
Let me tell you, she's doing the work. She's fighting back. I feel like we should
She's
be
sneaking
proud.
it.
I'm telling you, that girl is fighting back. She is taking mixed girl roles. Like, someone had to. She had to intervene.
Oh my God! Yeah, we got to get back on topic. This is
The way
part-
Zendaya takes
are we
roles
gonna
written
talk
for
about
white
how Elvis
girls.
was a magician? 'Cause
Please, can we talk about that? Because
What the
as a person from Memphis, I hated that Memphis was a setting in this book.
I'm gonna let you know, Elvis was not a magician to me.
Elvis
I
People
would
didn't
ignored
never
remove
be a
him.
that whole
magician to
chapter.
me because first
Like,
of all, me and Elvis got personal beef because my granny didn't like Elvis, so I don't like Elvis.
not family, it's
Elvis was a
generational.
culture vulture. He
Listen,
can't be a
my granny
magician.
said Elvis was racist, and I was like, Granny, you were in Memphis. I'm not gonna question you. Graceland is an annoying place because it's full of old racist white people in the middle of the hood.
You
What's
got passed
crazy is
down
niggas
beef?
really like believe that like Elvis wasn't a culture vulture when it was very obvious that like he
No,
was.
No,
they
when
need
Rick
to
was
Why
like
was he
he,
praise dancing on stage? Like there's proof
I'm not even
look,
gonna hold you. I need that chapter to not be shown in the movie. Let's
I
just
at
go
let's
all.
dive.
Like
erase
move past it,
Graceland
please.
from the existence. I drove by Graceland today, and I was like, I hate that you in this book.
You know, you got extra mad too. You was like, this fuck ass,
I
Elvis
drove by
is
Graceland
fuck
today,
burning
ass
and
If
city.
they
nothing
Like
if they
changed.
remove Graceland from the movie, where would you rather them go? Like, who would be the new magician? I say maybe.
They
I don't
could
care.
go to Atlanta.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna be real. I don't give a fuck. Like
Make
they
him go
could go
somewhere
to,
that's out of Memphis. Because first of
they
all,
could
like
you
go
could
to
tell
like
Memphis
Atlanta or
was written
something.
by a
They could
white
get like a
man.
Waffle House or some shit.
they
Why
could
not?
go to the parking lot of Tucker's Fried Chicken for all I care. Just don't
Anywhere,
go. Leave
anywhere
that
here.
Away
goddamn
from
mansion.
Tennessee. Like
Like people from New York, I get why y'all don't like books set in New York. Because I was reading this and I was like, this is Memphis written by a white man.
like I know that like Rick
This is the
like
most
goes to cities to like
idyllic
scout
version of
locations for
this
his
city
books,
you
but
will
I was
ever
like,
see.
He was writing Memphis with rose-colored glasses.
He was writing
absolutely.
Memphis from the
He wrote it
perspective
from
of
like
a
a tourist
person
point
that
of view
don't
because
run in the
that's what he
same areas of
is.
Memphis I do.
No, I'm so serious. That Elvis chapter, I was reading it mad as hell. I was like, another fucking page, another
Listen,
fucking
when they
page.
were driving through and he was like, he saw two black boys playing instruments outside. I was like, Rick, be serious.
He was all like,
You can
Like
tell that Rick. You can tell he be doing stuff. He has good intentions, but at the end
he's
of the
still
day,
white.
that's still a
when
white
you
man.
get to it 10 years later,
I'm not
wait a
gonna hold
minute.
you. He should have contacted a black editor and
Like,
Somebody,
shit like that would
Or
have
like,
made the cut.
like
somebody.
nobody else is
like the
consulting for this
only
book.
thing I'll give him is that now in today's date, when he's writing now, he'd be like, let me hand
He's
this
like
away.
a little bit more vigilant of what
No,
he's
he
putting out
brings people to check
He
that
lets
shit.
people, or he lets people write their own stories.
there.
Good,
Yes,
Right.
it
but
should.
like,
I'm
But like
telling
that
you,
Memphis
like,
chapter was hard to read because I'm like, I know exactly where y'all at.
like
And it's these people, it's these children with magic running around hood niggas.
he
Because
said,
that's
you're
who
in
be
the
around
hood now,
Graceland.
baby.
Literally, because Graceland in the middle of the hood.
Why did everybody get muted? I
I
didn't even do
actually,
that.
I
Right.
didn't
I
do
was
it.
like,
I was
I
trying
thought I
to.
got banned for something.
No,
I was like,
no, I
oh,
was letting
I
somebody
said,
up
oh,
and I accidentally pressed the button.
I was like, I've said worse. I did not need to be muted for that.
But no. So like I saw some people because somebody, like, you know how Rick was like, y'all are not gonna do this to my Annabeth. Some people are like, yeah, but did you guys see the way Rick used to describe character of color? And I'm like, but he said he was sorry and also refix that. So you know what? Not too much on that white man.
You see, I
right.
will
He
never
admitted he
listen.
racist.
I will
Don't make me
never
defend
say
him.
get behind me, but maybe you could stand next to me. You will
It's like
not
Right.
need
Rick
to get
Like
behind.
I'm
Maybe
not
we
gonna
could
get
be
like
on
in
the same
front of
side
directly
you,
of the
to the
but
room.
I'm
right
also
of
not
me.
gonna say
You
get
could
in
be
front of
to the
me.
left of
You
me,
can be
You could
like
be
partially
adjacent.
behind me. A
but you will
40
not
light
be
will be
getting
behind me.
behind me.
Like, Rick, get to the left of me because he do
That's
be deserving lashings.
yeah. I
But
will
I'm not
stop the
gonna
last.
say he doesn't try.
No, because the thing is, I won't be retweeting the shady post, but I will be liking them. Okay, I
Okay,
I
will.
Wow.
I will.
I
I
will
will giggle
silently
at it.
support the shady post.
See, I get a little protective, but I'm like, nah, that man deserve it. But he apologized and did better.
Grew
So,
And that's
and he
growth.
and by
growth.
doing better, by growing, he actually opened his wallet and gave his platform up. Rick Riordan presents. So
Exactly.
Oh, he ate that.
he can get
Right.
directly to the right of me.
Not behind.
He
He can get like a fourth of his body behind me, but for the
he
most
can be
part
like
stand on the
three
side.
steps to the left of
Because
me.
when they hit him with them shots about Harriet Tubman and Elvis, I'm gonna patch him up.
Oh
Listen,
no no
I
I'm gonna patch
giggle.
him up.
I
Harriet
giggle every
Tubman
time.
and George
But he
no!
Washington,
deserved
like
it.
Listen, that
we're gonna
Harriet
have to go with the
Tubman.
Rick was pulling names out of a hat theory again.
Rick
Listen,
Like I
Rick will
can't.
never live down that Harriet Tubman thing.
that's
Every
his
time
legacy.
I
That's
see
Shout
him
out
on
to
my
Rick.
timeline, I'm
his
like, you put
legacy.
Harriet Tubman in that book.
But
George
see,
Washington, child of
but see,
Athena.
I think that what he was trying to do was be like, I think he was trying to be like, it was not exclusive to white people. Let me let y'all know this. But it's like, sir, there were better ways.
It was
Let's
world
get rid of
building,
the
but it
World
was
War
like,
II plot in general.
I'm not gonna hold you. Every time we have a space, we're 6 spaces in. Harriet Tubman cannot rest.
Like,
listen, that lady,
her rest.
Harriet Tubman be rolling in her grave every time we bring her name up.
I'm begging y'all to let her have a good night rest today.
Listen, I'm gonna start a petition to get writers and showrunners and directors to leave Harriet Tubman alone. Let that lady
Because,
rest.
like, let my sister
And
rest.
and when she shows up in the Disney Plus show, what will you do then?
No.
They're
No,
gonna
come on,
put
like,
So
They
see,
they're
listen,
doing the
they have
casting call right
look,
now.
like
they have
has
a
Harriet
black
Tubman
woman.
not suffered enough? Like,
They
has
have
she
a
not
black
been through
woman in the
enough?
writers' room.
I
Harriet
see.
Tubman will not be in the
Listen,
she will rest this time
I
around.
wonder, has anybody ever asked Rick about why he picked it?
Like,
Like, if I ever meet Rick, I'm gonna be like, why
Well,
Harriet Tubman?
no.
The
You gotta
reason he
ask her
did
like
that
this.
is because he was a history teacher in high school.
No,
Shit.
I'm
But
But like,
listen,
not even
one
Harriet
about
Tubman, but she
Harriet.
had to be a daughter of Hermes of
No,
all
you gotta
people.
ask
I mean,
her.
but let's be real.
like
Does that
the
not make a
deadbeat
little
of all
sense? That do
deadbeats.
make sense.
No,
Let's be real.
nobody thought about that on like a
Like,
deeper
did,
level. They
did
were
he
like,
think
yeah,
about the implications of
The
making Harriet
implications.
Tubman a demigod?
I'm telling y'all. Once, if he ever has a panel, somebody asks, "Was there something about Harriet Tubman that really spoke to you to make her a daughter of Hermes?"
Like, what
when they
made
at
you
Comic
pick
Con,
So
you
Harriet
write that
once
Tubman
front
to
and
be?
again,
center. Why?
once again,
The
Like,
good of
when
thieves
he
Because
and
when
that
he was
lies.
getting
implies that the kids, that these gods and these kids were enslaved and the gods didn't.
No, that's
let
our
me
brand
tell
though.
y'all. Let me
That's
tell
our
y'all.
Listen,
brand.
that's
When he is
consistent.
getting lashings for that and he's getting shot on the timeline, I will patch him up. But I'm still let it happen. I'm
Can
not
I
gonna
Right.
jump in front of the bullet. I'm gonna
listen
shoot him
though?
myself. But I
The
will patch him up.
the gods
He
not
deserves
caring
it.
that their children
No,
is enslaved is on brand. I'm sorry, them
it
motherfuckers don't
is.
care
It
about their
is.
You
kids.
act like they didn't help enslave them. Like, let's be
Like,
serious.
No, the god. We know the gods ain't shit in every universe at
let's
all.
talk about Elvis again, because that
Except
comment
for
where Carter.
Bast. Except for Bast. We
Oh,
will
that's
not
a
put her
good
in that
woman.
The only good
category.
That's
God.
That's a
princess.
good
Let's
woman.
talk about her. I feel like we've gone too long without talking about her.
My sister.
I
she
already
Yeah,
did
fan
her best
casted
with
her.
what she was given, y'all. Like,
exactly.
Like,
I
she
she
took
really
two
tried
orphans
her
and
best for
tried to
all those
protect them.
years.
listen. I already
I
fan
Also, wait, how
casted
do you
her.
deal?
What, like 8
But how do
years?
you deal with your parents becoming gods? Like, what do you do with that?
I
I
don't even.
how do you deal with gods
I feel.
possessing
I
you?
feel you just
Like,
got it.
Explain that to
I feel you just
people.
gotta ignore it. You just kind of gotta
You just
roll
say
with
they
it.
died and move on. Like,
Like, I feel you just gotta pretend it ain't happening.
girl, to me, they dead.
Bass was
Right.
Yeah.
dipped in Mother Lake, first
You
off.
gotta mourn them.
Bass, she was dipped. She
Bast
swam.
created Mother Lake.
Like, she
Exact. That
created it!
I
Matt Bass,
hear
the creator of the Mother Lake.
no. She rode for those children.
Everything he
Like,
can to protect those kids.
Wow, she
That's
would.
mother. That's a mother.
Listen, like,
She
that
was
is
the mother
Mother.
that. She
you
was the
see,
step
She
parent that she was stepped up. She stepped up.
that's
she
She was
literally
the
died
mother
for
that
them like
step
stepped
three
up.
mama. She was
times.
the mama that stepped up.
She's not the step mama. She's the mom that
She's
stepped
the mom
Stepped
that
up.
stepped up.
Okay, fuck Sadie,
She
real
giving the
mama.
Paul
Bass
Bluffus
is your
treatment.
mama.
She getting the Paul Bluffus treatment, first
up.
off.
Okay,
And is.
and she didn't even gotta marry their daddy for that. You see,
Right?
A
like
praying mother.
She did, like, she
Bass,
did the best
She
with the
may
tools
have been
she was
praying
given.
to herself, but she's
but
a
she's a praying
praying
She was
mother.
mother.
praying nevertheless, and that's
You
what
know what?
matters.
Bast was
Mind
changing the
you,
prayers for the
Sadie's
kids.
grandparents, they're the grandparents that stepped down.
Exactly.
Baby, they rolled over in the grave. Those were not here to do nothing. Okay, they gave her a room in the attic and said, "B."
Deal
Okay,
with it. Make
They
it
said
enough.
they were
They said
subscribing
make
to
it
the
enough.
one drop rule bad.
oh, it was bad for her. It was so, and I know they fucked up my
And that's
daughter's
why
hair.
Sadie being annoying and irritating, that's all on her grandparents.
Listen, Sadie be fighting demons and internalized racism. Like,
No, let me tell you, when Sadie was talking, she was all like, "That's why I do all this crazy shit with my hair, with my style." I was like, "Sadie, girl, I understand."
you going through
Sadie,
an
get
identity
behind me.
crisis.
My
It's okay.
sister's hair was
Sadie,
fried, dyed, and laid to the side.
And
Sadie
Found
went
it
was.
since
through
she
an
was 3.
Sadie was 12 going through an identity crisis. Okay, I know she was at that store. Was all like, "Let me get that," and it was red. You know, bitches don't dye their hair red if they're not going through something.
Oh yeah, Reddit's breakdown house.
Listen,
She
the way
absolutely was on the
I
bathroom
got
floor
red
with
hair,
that
you did not need to come for me
dynamite.
Sadie
like
Like,
that.
Sadie
No,
cut her bangs at the end of this book for real. Like right when this book
like she
ended,
was
she
hurting.
went in the
it's
bathroom and
okay.
cut them bangs.
The
Okay,
next book, if she's described with curls, we know she's been washing it out, the perm
I'm
and
telling you,
everything.
She been
Sadie put the
transitioning.
estimate down. She put the
Let's talk about Bass being a fashion icon, like her
That's
in her
It
little
was
pantsuit.
mother. That's mother.
Like,
She was
No,
dressed real nice all the time, even though she died
and
like
she was
7
just walking
times.
around her little pantsuit and her cat glasses, like
I picture
yeah,
Bass when there
living
was
her
this
best life.
when there was
an
describing.
icon.
I picture her as a mixture between Naomi Campbell and Whitney Houston, because the like
Oh,
'80s style.
I
I
That's
mean,
see
I
it.
was kind of also giving her a little bit of Zoe Kravitz mixed girl going on.
oh, Bass was black to me. I was not doing that.
Bass is
Oh, I
black
was
Bass
to me
talking
too.
about
is
Sadie. I
Black.
was
first
not
off.
listening to you.
I ain't even gonna hold you when I did not know. Is Bass mixed?
Bass is black to me.
To
Yeah,
me,
Oh,
that's
she's
a
I
black.
black.
don't. Canon is
Okay.
merely a suggestion. He
Right.
cares that black
Because
people
she
say
was
they are.
because she was in England the whole time, I just assumed she had a British accent, but I think that might be wrong.
No, in the
But she's got a
audiobook,
black
it wasn't
woman British
British.
She's an
accent.
art. She's
You know
I
how
just
black
she's
people
a
have
dark skinned
British
black woman.
accents? That's
I
how
just
she's
picture
acting.
Naomi Campbell with the bob.
Yeah, yes.
She's an
Oh,
art. She's a dark
Yeah.
skinned black woman. So do
When
what you
they
will with
were
that.
describing her in that airport flirting with that goddamn racist ass police officer, who we haven't dragged, by the way, that random police officer who stopped Carter for having a fucking
for having
bird.
a what
Liz
child?
should have eaten him.
Yeah, Carter
Rick was
was
maybe in his
taking it
bag
easy.
when he wrote that. Just a
Yeah,
little.
He was.
no, it was
He
a little
had a
too
he
accurate.
had a foot in. You know.
He was exercising some
Rick
demons.
Rick heard something from his little students and he was like, absolutely not. Let me write your demons down.
No, he
Like when
said.
you read this book, you will feel shame.
That's
Like they ate. Sorry. He ate with that.
indeed, indeed. Well, let's talk about some of the other guys we haven't talked. Let's talk about Nut and all the other guys we haven't talked
Newt?
about. Okay,
Did y'all
in
Is
the
it
talk
really
audio
about
a
book,
nut?
Fox
no, it's
Black
Nut
yet?
because Sadie made a nut joke.
It's Sadie's
He was
fault we
like, I've
stuck
heard
calling
those
them
for
that.
so long.
Also, in the
It's
audio
not.
book, he
It's
said
not.
it's Nut.
They've been eating her up for centuries, y'all. Like,
They
oh,
never knew a day of peace.
the
Wait,
poor
before we
woman.
talk about the other gods, I just find it funny how they're like, New York's got its own problems.
Yeah, no,
They
and
were like, they've got
Like
their
they
own
were real
gods,
for
their
being
own
like
issues.
no,
people
Leave
they
us
back in the
said
alone.
business.
we don't go about Manhattan. Okay, that's
They
the
said it was the
ghetto.
ghetto.
Like they were like, it's ghetto over there. First
No.
off, first and
And
foremost.
you know what? They are absolutely right because it is ghetto over there.
Oh, them
Like,
kids be
it's
going
like,
through
what were
it.
they doing during the Battle of Manhattan?
Minding their
That's
business, like I hope they would.
that's why I had to check when this book was written because I was like, if this was around the time of the last Olympia, it makes sense that Rick set this book outside of outside of New York. Then I was
I
like,
think I
it
think it
takes place when
happens
a Lost
literally.
Hero does, so that don't make no sense.
Well, I think it happens literally like Lost Heroes like 6 months later, so theirs happens like right after. So they wouldn't have been awakened to their magic by the time that
Mm,
happened.
You
So
know?
Carter's dad probably knew something was going on and was
Oh,
like,
he
"Let's
got
go
up out of
country
there.
He
hop."
definitely do.
And Sadie wasn't even there, so
They
Also,
were in
the
Egypt
Egypt.
the whole time that the
They
Battle of
made
Olympia was happening.
Julius made sure Carter was nowhere near New York.
Julia said, I know this not my domain, this not my ministry, but you're not activating those powers one way or another fucking other. No
Like
way.
this, you don't got no dogs in this fight. We staying away.
I think
Also, the
it's
Egyptians have the superiority of being older. So, like, they must have thought it was like some kind of play fight they didn't care about, like some kind of petty shit happening
oh, yeah.
over around the corner.
I know they'd be laughing at the Greeks. They'd be like, "Y'all incestuous bunch."
Oh, they be
Oh my God!
Mind
Toth
you,
Wait,
like
they
Toth
They're
can't
Toth
talk
They're
totally
much
married.
about
married.
wait.
incest
Hold on,
because
hold on.
all
not
five gods related, but they also
Toth
married.
not
I'm
liking
not gonna hold
Hermes.
you.
Brother,
I
sister.
laughed.
They having an incest off. Okay?
No, listen, Toth not liking Hermes. I did giggle
Oh, he
I
did it out
giggled.
his house.
when he was
I
about to
giggled.
rant about Hermes. I was like, "Don't like continue. Let's hear the tea."
So he
Like, get
said
him again.
Right,
Hermes
like
last
blasphemy
things
for
we
me.
up. Okay,
Hermes
Hermes
last
last things.
things?
Like,
Hermes laughing from anyone is good.
Y'all.
How we
no.
think Thoth feel about Athena? I
Oh,
think they might be besties.
I think the gods do brunch every few years.
Oh
That's
yeah.
Absolutely. They're
in
like, you
my
gotta
head.
have group
They
brunch.
meet up all the gods meet up, and then they
Everybody
do
gotta
brunch.
meet up at like some halfway point.
Yeah, they gotta find neutral ground because
They
my
got
motherfucker's not leaving their
They
domain.
meet
That's
up
gonna be
in
Alaska,
Jersey.
right?
Jersey gotta be the neutral ground. Yeah,
Jersey.
yeah.
You know what?
They're like in like the South somewhere. They're like, you know what, right here, right here.
Where
Tasha
We'll be
definitely
good.
made Athena smoke a joint one time and was like, "Stop helping your siblings. Like, stop helping them."
no, let me tell you, when the gods meet up, there gotta be one like neutral security guard that pats everyone down. They don't let Zeus in. He gotta be let
Well,
in
I know
last.
Zeus
for a fact
Zeus gotta
the
be
Egyptians,
let in
the
last.
Egyptians gotta be slut shaming the Greeks.
Oh,
as
They
they
like,
they
why
oh
y'all
should,
yeah.
got these?
as they should.
Absolutely.
Let me tell you, the Egyptians call the Greeks groupies. Y'all stole our shit and y'all thought y'all reinvented the
They're like,
wheel
y'all
or
are
something.
sluts. Like, what are y'all
Like
doing to yourselves?
Listen,
Why you got all these kids?
they
Like,
would never be able to open their mouth because every time they would, I'm like
no,
colonization,
the thing is,
imperialism.
the Egyptians they talk shit about the Greeks, but the Greeks and the Egyptians come together to talk shit about the Norse. Like
Oh
they
yeah.
Listen,
they
I
come
fear the
together to talk
Romans
shit
get
about the
1000%.
lashings
Romans.
too.
First off,
The
the
Romans
Romans, they
are
get
not
every
invited.
lashing in the book. That's the
no
only time where they can like kiki with each other.
the Romans since it's just a different form. The Egyptians said don't bring that shit here. Okay,
You
don't bring
stay
that
in your Greek form or
form.
you
No,
don't
because
show up.
they see Zeus. They said, I swear to God, if you were to show up, you ain't making it past this point.
Like, once again, they definitely, because the Egyptians, they don't have kids, so they're like, y'all really want to get down with humans? Like, y'all are that gross? Like,
Like y'all ain't got better
They're like,
stuff to
y'all are
do.
Like y'all are
dirty. Like,
nasty.
Listen,
no,
no, the Egyptians are like
don't you
jobless
got a
behavior.
wife?
Jobless behavior.
no. The Egyptians always say, you see, if we didn't have jobs, we'd be fucking mortals.
like
If we
they're
didn't
like,
have
see, like we're employed. We
responsibilities,
can't do that.
And I know Hades and Osiris be giggling. Like,
Oh,
what
they
is
they
be,
do giggling
listen,
down,
They're
no,
cracking
giggling
up. I
down.
know it.
Hades go to Osiris to complain about his siblings every time they bring up he's the Lord of Death. He was like, they didn't even have a fucking throne for me. Do you see that
Listen,
bullshit?
they got a group chat where they just talk shit the
Let's see.
entire time.
Hades and Osiris got a private group chat from the separate gods. Just
Right.
like
Their private
talking to,
messages are crazy.
yeah, talking to Theta also got a separate group chat. No one invites Zeus to the group chat. No,
Osiris,
Zeus,
Osiris,
Zeus
and
and
Hades
Hera
have
are
their
Zeus
not
is
little
not in the
invited.
group chat. Zeus and
no,
Hera.
They don't invite us to the brunches. They just show up and
listen,
everyone gets mad at them.
no, they invite them for a formal, okay, but they don't invite. They invite.
Listen, they
Say
get
if
an
the
They're not
invite, but
yeah,
they
invited
know not to
to.
show up.
no, if the brunch ends at 3, they tell them it ends at 12. Okay, and then
Like,
everybody stays and talks shit about them. Okay, because I know they be all like, he cheat on her all the time, right?
However,
Listen,
Isis do not like Hera. I kid.
No, no, they
listen,
got
absolutely
because
not.
beef.
evil don't like evil.
No,
That's why they don't like each other.
let me okay, and then
Like,
everybody stays and talks shit about them. Okay, because I know they be all like, he cheat on her all the time, right?
However, Isis do not like Hera. I kid.
No, they
Listen,
got
absolutely
because
beef.
not.
evil don't like evil.
No,
That's why they don't like each other.
let me
Because
tell you.
nasty don't like nasty.
Let me give you. It's giving Kenya and Nene from the Real Housewives of
And
Atlanta.
It's
is.
true.
And
Them bitches
is.
cannot be friends. They fake be friends for 2 weeks and then they at each other's throats.
Listen, I'm
Osiris,
sorry. Just
Hades, and
imagining
Anubis
the
have a group
gods getting
chat.
together and drinking bottomless mimosas
I
is a
feel like,
hilarious image.
Hilarious. Just
because
giant pitchers of mimosas. They just chilling.
Aphrodite show up in her latest fashion Nova every 3 years. Okay.
The Egyptians
Listen,
judging
you
her.
know who else is not invited? Aries. They
Oh,
tolerate
let me
Aries,
Oh
tell
right?
you,
yeah.
He
He
can
Aries
come, but
not
he
there
can't
at
say
all.
nothing. He can
if
come, but he can't talk.
if Aphrodite bring Aries, everybody look at her weird. They're like,
They're like, why
mm,
is he here?
Where is
Listen,
no,
your
They
husband?
side eyeing him.
If Aries comes, drinks are being thrown.
no.
Somebody
Thoth,
get a drink thrown
I
in their
think
Let
Thoth
me
face.
tell you,
definitely
if
can't stand
Aries
Aries
come, they
because
close
Thoth
the
like
open bar.
I'm telling you, Aries and Sekhmet get together to drink on the blood of humans. I'm very serious.
No, no,
That's their
listen.
favorite thing to do.
At the brunch, it's open bar until Aries comes. Then everybody gotta pay so they
No,
can
no, no,
look
no.
the
Because if
drinks.
Set and Aries are in the same room,
Yeah,
someone's
and
gonna
then
set something on fire. First
and,
off,
and
Sekhmet is still clowning Aries for getting beat up by a 12-year-old boarder.
no,
She will bring that shit up to the day he dies.
that
Oh my god.
you
Which is
know,
never.
whenever the gods show up, they chilling, and 20 minutes in, there's like, so how did you fuck with the Wordles today? And then the Greeks be like, well, my kid's dealing with my mess.
Can I just say, for
I know
segment
Isis was like, Hera, you putting that dude to sleep. It was kind of ate. I don't know. Kind of ate.
No.
Can I just say for segment when she ate that salsa and she was like, "Is this Nubian blood?" I laughed. I laughed very hard.
I ain't even go. Oh, dude, that was nasty of her. But I'm.
It was funny. I'm sorry. I giggled.
I did giggle.
I cackled.
I might have got a
As
little.
soon as I
It
said
might have got a
Nubian,
chuckle out of me.
he said, "Is this Nubian Persian?" I said, not her with Razia's blood."
Hold on. That woman. But speaking of that cow, is real nasty. Why you know the different bloods? I fear
She be
she
getting it
is
from
not.
Aries
She is not let into the function of the gods. They
at
don't
all.
like.
Yeah,
No,
there's a
they
look.
make out of their way to not tell her.
They
Like
have
she
a
turns
list.
up and
They
they're like,
have a list
we're
pinned to the door.
canceling.
People not allowed in.
No, they have. You know how they'll be like, if come, don't let enter, and it's a picture of her. Aries, there's a picture of Aries. You know what? They don't even let Hephaestus in because
Her
This
Aries
sign
and
won't
Zeus.
stop me. This sign won't stop me because I can't read.
Boss Hephaestus and Athena all get together and have drinks on the side.
no,
But
they gotta
Hephaestus
know
not getting let in.
it's
Like,
either
first off.
Hephaestus or Aries. Because if they do, they're gonna be like, that's her husband, and she fucking
listen,
her. They like,
Because the
listen.
Egyptians are
Hestia is
messy.
now. I fear they might forget to invite Hestia, but like somebody remembers
no,
eventually. They
no.
remember at the function.
Somebody remember?
They
No,
tell
this
Hestia
how.
he's not old enough
They're
to
like,
drink.
oh shit,
Sophia and
no.
Kip's wife get along very well.
No,
Very.
You know that
They both don't.
You know
you
who's
know that
not
one
invited
auntie?
because they're a buzzkill?
mhm.
Artemis.
I
Artemis
was
is
Artemis
just
not
like,
not
invited.
invited.
Artemis is
No,
not invited.
let me tell
She
you.
Artemis
wouldn't
is
want to
not
come
invited.
anyway. She'd be like,
However, Apollo hosts.
Apollo, he's the one creating the function. He's getting the drinks prepared. Him and Dionysus
Apollo and
in the
Dionysus
cases. Like,
invented the mimosa. So
let me tell you, this is how the
Listen,
mimosa was invented. Dionysus was complaining about orange juice, and Apollo was like, "Let me fix that." And they changed lives. Changed lives. Okay,
Change
revolutionized the brunch
brunches
game forever.
forever.
no, you know who?
Osiris, Anubis, and Hades have a group chat, and then Osiris and Hades have a group chat without Anubis.
No, you know who's
that's because
besties?
Anubis and Thantos be talking.
Exactly.
They be
Boss and
posting
Aphrodite
screenshots
are
from the flash
besties.
chat in the other one.
You're
Okay,
right. Boston, Aphrodite,
they're
do talk.
besties. Them girl, they go to the brunch. Okay, they have
They
the
get the nails
mimosas.
done.
Listen,
They do facials together. They go get manis and petties.
listen. They
Like,
have a not so secret competition of who can dress the best.
first of all,
Absolutely.
they go to Pride together sometimes. Okay,
Oh yeah.
They
okay.
go to Pride
If
together
you
every
see my
They
year.
go to
baby
Pride.
mama at
Bring
Pride,
Apollo along.
don't
Let me tell
tell
you,
me.
if you see Boss at Pride, know you're gonna see Aphrodite two rows back.
You guys, you
Aries is
guys,
like,
I
if
just
you
got
see
to work.
Aphrodite and Pride, don't
Don't
text me. I know.
Do not inbox me.
let me tell
You
you.
guys, I just got to work, so thank you so much for all of this. I'll see you guys in 3 weeks.
See you.
See you. Bye.
Bye. See you.
I'm trying to figure out. You know who else is probably a buzzkill and not invited? Demeter.
Demeter,
Oh
Demeter.
yeah.
Absolutely.
no,
Listen,
no.
They're not
if
inviting
you
her
think
old
Zeus
ass.
is
She
not
gonna talk about
invited,
wheat the entire time.
This is how you got it. If it's during the summer, you can invite Demeter. She gonna have like two mimosas. If it's during the winter, kick her
she is
ass out.
not
Like she gonna
invited.
talk
No,
about wheat supply the
no,
entire
she
If
brunch.
gonna be
Persephone
Who wants to
can't
hear about
come,
that?
don't invite
right.
Demeter.
No, you know
If
she be
Persephone is
controlling
there, don't
Persephone's
invite
drink load.
Demeter.
Persephone has 3 drinks, and Demeter's all like, "Honey, maybe that's enough." And Hades be mad
Meanwhile,
as hell in
Demeter is
that
drunk.
corner.
Demeter like
Listen, when
like
Demeter isn't there, Persephone is
See,
throwing them drinks back like it's water.
right.
she texts Hades, "It's time to go." Okay, it's time to go. I had one or too many mimosas. When her mama there, 2 drinks minimum. 2 drinks. She go to the bartender and she goes, "If he comes asking for drinks, turn him away." Cause
She's like,
listen,
cut it off.
listen. There's
Demeter
a
at
list. They
brunch.
have a list of certain people that aren't allowed to drink when certain people come.
no, if
Aries just not allowed to come. So there's that.
no, if Hephaestus in the building, Aries can't drink.
Right.
No,
Because
Because
that whole
Festus
building
been
is lit
poisoned
Because
up.
her.
First off,
Hephaestus will go for the kill, like
yeah,
as
no,
he should.
party over in 10 minutes
no,
tops. Aries set and Hephaestus cannot be in the same room together.
no.
That building gonna get set on fire. first 10 minutes of the party. Everything
Set,
over.
Set and
Listen,
Aries get together and bully Hephaestus. Like let me tell you, they add him to private group chats and get on his ass for no reason.
You know there was at least one time where they invited all three of them and they all
Oh,
showed up and it just got
it was
real
the
quiet.
first. Listen, it was the first brunch where everybody was invited, and they quickly learned that
They
everybody
quickly
cannot be
learned
invited.
we gotta have
They
certain
learned
people at certain
quickly
events.
the Greeks are very ghetto and
no.
they don't bring that ghetto here.
Let me tell you, the
Listen,
Egyptians went home and they was all like, I could never believe these motherfuckers tried to say we was the one that ripped them
They're
off.
like, they're
they
so
like these are the people
unclassy.
we let colonize.
No, they was like, I am disgusted.
Like they were
Mind
like, I
you,
thought this was a
it
classy
took them
party.
it
No,
took the Egyptians 1,000 years to get over the fact that the Greeks went and took over Egypt.
let me tell you, they still got beef on the low. Like they still a little side eye. They was all like,
Listen,
Do not mention Cleopatra at the function.
oh, they had a
Are they kissing
Halloween.
their teeth looking at them? Like, why are
No,
you saying?
they had a Halloween party. Someone dressed as Alexander the Great, and they never had a Halloween
And
party
you know
after
it
that.
was Aries. You know it was
Aries,
Aries.
you know it was
no,
Aries and Aphrodite showed up as Alexander the Great and
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 Cleopatra.
Cleopatra. Let me tell you,
Because I guarantee you, Cleopatra is the daughter of Aphrodite.
they never
Oh, for
showed
sure.
up. I tell you, they wasted 500 years. They never had a Halloween party after that because them Egyptians walked in mad as hell.
they walked in ready to fight. Like,
No,
Like, someone got punched, someone got drinks thrown on them. It was a mess.
listen,
Because I guarantee you, Alexander the Great is Aries' son, and
yup,
Cleopatra is
yup.
Aphrodite's.
hmm
yep.
Boom.
They thought they was so funny too. And you know Hephaestus jumped in to whoop Aries' ass too.
Hephaestus is the
Hephaestus
one
was
Did.
that
mad as
set it up.
hell.
Listen,
Hephaestus probably
no,
told
they
him to do
stepped
it.
aside in the middle of the fight just to let Hephaestus get his
Mhm.
licks in.
Hephaestus was like, "Get him again for me." Wait, let
Whack
me
him for
whack
me.
him.
Whack him with the
Whack
cane.
again.
No.
Oh my god, that's
Speaking
And
hilarious.
of
you
the
know Aries gets clowned for Percy beating him up. They just
oh,
find that funny.
let me
Aries
tell you,
can't open his
Absolutely.
mouth at the.
they have that pre-recorded at the function. They have a play and they
Hephaestus
have a
recorded
little
it.
They
kid
show it on the
reenact
Listen,
that.
they
They
show it
watch
on the
it on
projector all the
Hephaestus
listen,
time.
they
TV.
have a TV in a corner specifically
Yep.
for that reason.
No, everyone got a remote but Aries. If he starts speaking a little too crazy,
Like if he started talking reckless, somebody
put
just
that
press
on.
the button.
They do a play every 3 years. They come together, do a little quick play of their kids' greatest moments, and they got a little Percy in a
One
big
year they
ass
invite
Aries
Percy to make it
whooping.
work.
They told Poseidon he can't show his kid no more. He makes
No,
the
no,
other
no,
gods
no, no,
feel
no.
bad.
He making everybody
I tell
mad.
you,
Listen, Poseidon would try and bring Percy to the function.
Poseidon,
Oh, yeah.
Poseidon,
Poseidon
no.
does bring Percy to the function.
Percy and Carter are invited to the function. No
They
other kids
are.
are.
Absolutely.
Listen,
No
they
other
sit in
kids
the
are.
corner and judge the gods,
Annabeth
but
They
they
comes
got
do
their
be
too.
little
there.
kids table.
Y'all know
Like, don't
wherever
worry.
go, Annabeth go. So
Annabeth,
Annabeth
no,
is
Annabeth is
If
Percy's
Percy
plus
goes,
one.
Annabeth goes.
And
First off.
Annabeth is Percy's plus one. And you know he had to beg Poseidon a little bit. Because Poseidon was all like, first of all, her mama don't even want to hear. Her mama don't even
Like,
want to hear.
at all.
And you know when she walked in, Athena looked at Poseidon like, I know this motherfucker lying. He done brought no, because you
Like,
She's
know
like,
when
I
she
you know,
know
she was
this,
like,
bro.
you are
I
so
know this
fucking
bitch ain't brought
unserious.
my daughter.
I know
You not serious.
no,
Like,
because
she was mad as
Athena
hell.
knows
Listen,
that
Athena
brunch.
just walked out.
Yeah,
Athena was like, forget this. I don't
because
even want to be
Athena
here
knows
no
this
more.
brunch get real ghetto every time. Someone's fighting, someone's threatening. Because
That
one mother,
first that
somebody
first
gonna bring
annual
up Luke
brunch, they
Castellan.
invited Aries, Hephaestus, and Set at the
You
same
know
time.
Thoth brings up Luke. You know
oh
he
yeah,
does.
no,
Thought
Thoth was
oh,
all
Thought
like,
No,
absolutely gets
listen.
mad
They
at you.
bring up Luke if they want to make Hermes cry.
I know, because this is how it go. Hermes get a little too drunk. He said, that's why I'm more known than you. Thoth was all like, I know the
What
guy
about your
who like,
son?
Where your
I know
son
that's
at?
What
not
about
who
his
I
Where your
think it
mama?
son
is,
at?
Thoth.
no,
Like, ooh.
do you know, does everyone know that Beverly Hills Real Housewives argument, let's not talk about husband beast.
Yeah.
They have that moment and they're like, let's not talk about son.
Listen, Hermes and Thoth are not allowed to be near each other. They got
No,
to sit at
They
two
not.
they
ends of
sit
the
at different
table.
But
ends of the
the thing
room.
is, Thoth is gonna gag him every time. He
Time,
gonna be
no,
It
like,
is.
he get
They
no,
learned that when they let Hephaestus and Aries sit next to each other.
no,
They learned that.
Listen, I'm telling y'all, everything that could go wrong did go
go
wrong at
wrong.
that first
No,
brunch.
And it started real calm too. Everyone was all like, "Mwah, mwah, nice to meet you."
Then in come Aphrodite dressed as Cleopatra.
That's right. And it was
Like
yeah.
everybody got drunk, and then
Listen,
all of a sudden we got all these problems. Like,
No, and
oh,
you know what's hilarious?
listen. The
They
bottomless
said no
mimosas got a
weapons.
little too bottomless.
hmm
That first
They
one.
said no weapons. Everybody brought their weapons to the first brunch, but now they got security guards at the door who's
Like
doing the little.
right. They're
everybody,
like, you
they
And
gotta
gotta
do
mind
walk
this
through
you,
a
damn
metal
Poseidon
thing.
wasn't
detector.
even at that first one because
No,
he got a job.
Poseidon said, "I gotta run a kingdom," and he was mad as hell. He missed that shit too. Now he's like every fucking.
Because he's like, y'all got videos? Something?
Listen,
You know
We're gonna
Hephaestus
upload
listen.
that
got
to
the video.
TV
The gods
quick.
have to walk through TSA before they can enter the
Yep,
brunch now.
Right.
and it's gotta
They
be
get a
neutral land,
shakedown.
but
And mind you, the Greeks can't host brunch because
no,
they get
They're not
nasty.
No,
allowed
they
to.
can't.
The
no.
last time they
Listen,
hosted brunch, Hephaestus snuck humans in Ares' food. They can't do that.
No.
Like,
I think
listen.
the
The
Egyptians look
Greeks
at the Greeks
cannot
so
cannot
ghetto.
agree on anything, let
they're not like
alone
they're
get
not
together and plan
hosting.
brunch.
They
No,
don't get to pick where it is.
they
Like
just
They
the
don't
only
even
show
get
up.
to
thing
pick the
that's agreed on
menu.
over there
They
is that
show
Apollo
up.
is the bartender.
The
Like that's
only
it.
thing the Greeks get to bring is the wine, because they know
Exactly.
Dionysus could
They
turn
get to bring the
anything up.
alcohol. That's it.
They're the member of the family that can't cook. You bring the plates, you bring the wine, and you bring the colas. You don't bring nothing
They
else.
told
Listen.
Poseidon he
Right.
can bring some sushi, but that's only if he show up.
I ain't even gonna hold you. Poseidon was all like, "Why would you do that to me?
Why would
You're telling
you
me to
like?
bring
Why
my
do y'all want
family."
Yellowtail? Hold on.
Yeah, and
Like,
you know, Poseidon was
whoa.
all like, "That's family. Like, what the
Like
fuck do
he
you?"
was like,
And
why
you
do
know
y'all
what?
want
He
Yellowtail
brought
and
them things
tuna?
anyway.
First
Mhm.
off,
He
Oh
did.
no, Poseidon had to make a few sacrifices.
Oh my God.
No,
Listen.
When Carter and Percy first got to that brunch, because this first Annabeth didn't go to the first one where Carter and Percy went, and Percy was all like, "I'm never going that fucking shit alone anymore. Annabeth gotta come to." Okay, because you know
Listen.
Carter and Percy was off in that corner and be like, I swear to God, what the fuck? This ain't no fucking show.
Listen,
Mind
they
you,
in the
Carter
corner
Daddy was
planning they
there too as
escape.
Osiris.
Percy
Daddy was there
explaining
too.
the beef between Hephaestus and Ares
Oh,
to
let me
Carter
tell
is
you,
so funny. He's like, well, you
Hephaestus was
see, they're brothers, right? And then Aphrodite, like, oh, you
no,
know, he gave him the full rundown.
and you know he was all like, at one point, I was on a fucking quest, and why that
And they
motherfucker
popped
sabotaged my
up.
quest all the way to get there? No, he brings tapes from Hephaestus TV to show Carter on that.
Right.
He bring the
Listen.
tapes. No,
He gave a
Listen.
rundown of everybody. He was like, and that nigga
Listen,
slung his
Percy and
body to
Carter
the
were
side.
allowed to
Like,
sit at the
oh, I
table
can
that
see
first
it.
brunch, but once Percy started talking reckless, they were like, "Y'all going to sit in the corner with
no,
y'all own
They
table."
put
no.
them
Let me
at the
tell you,
kids' table.
they be 18 and they're still stuck at the kids table because they know.
Percy brought it up at the
Listen,
adult
they're gonna
table, and
be
they were like, ah,
grown.
No,
corner.
Percy on site with Ares. You
oh,
told me he
Percy
not going
got
to
beef
get
with
with
Aries
Hephaestus?
too. No, Percy
Listen,
got beef with Aries
Aries
too.
got a little too drunk,
That's
and
why
Percy
Ares
was
was
ready
not
to fight.
invited.
No, but I know I
Ares
was
was ready to fight everybody. It didn't matter
yeah.
who got in his way. Like,
Percy bumped into Aries. Aries spilled the beer, and Percy was like, "I'll rock your shit right now." No, and you know Carter was all like, "Damn, is it that serious?" And Percy was like, "I swear to God, I beat the shit out of this man again."
And Percy's like, it absolutely is
it
that
is that
serious.
serious.
Because you know,
Oh my God, y'all!
and then the
Percy is
Egyptians
one of the
asking for a
ghetto
play-by-play.
Greeks.
no,
Oh
no,
no!
Percy
Percy,
is a ghetto Greek. Oh
no. You know Carter was all like, "You my boy, but your family
Like,
not
Like
ghetto."
y'all a little
like,
unclassy.
No,
like it
Carter
got
was
ghetto
clutching
for a
his
minute. Like,
let
sweater.
me
Like,
tell you,
oh,
Carter said, I lock my doors around y'all. Like, I'm sorry.
like
no.
listen,
But
listen.
why?
like
Carter
going in his back
clutches his
pocket.
Why?
bag
Like,
around.
Why
No,
now Annabeth had to teach Sadie how to do her hair?
oh,
oh,
yeah,
Oh
no.
my God.
absolutely.
Teach
When
her how
they
to do her
first met,
edges and everything.
Sadie
when
did her big chop, and Annabeth was right there beside her. Like,
Annabeth was like, "I got you. I'm gonna teach you the products. I'm gonna teach you everything." Okay, because
I
it
can't
was bad for
look out
Sadie.
here looking crazy.
It
Like,
was bad for Sadie.
When Annabeth met Sadie, she was like, "Oh my God, look at
She
this
was like,
baby hair! Look
"No,
at
she was
this
like,
baby hair!"
oh,
let me tell you." Sadie explained everything to Annabeth, and Annabeth was all like, "I got you. I feel you.
Annabeth understood. She said,
No,
"My stepmama had me out here looking
no.
any kind of
I
way
too
too."
went on a natural hair journey."
like I can help you. Annabeth
Annabeth,
held her hand during her big chop. Like,
Annabeth did the
she was
big
right
chop.
there for
Sadie,
her.
Annabeth
no,
was doing the
the
big
big
chop.
chop.
She was the
Sadie
one
was
holding the
crying
scissors.
listen,
and
Like,
throwing up.
they met up one day and just did, and Amber just did her hair.
No.
The first
Annabeth.
time they met, Annabeth said, "Put the swords down."
No,
We
I
need
ain't even gonna hold you.
Listen,
Annabeth met Sadie, and she told Carter in person, "Y'all go out and do something. I gotta handle this one." And they came back and they just saw
listen,
Sadie's hair braided down for the first time in years.
listen. Annabeth saw Sadie and was like, "Let me go get my leave-in conditioner. Let me go
No,
get a brush.
no,
Get
she
my brush."
took
I
her
don't
Annabeth
let you
said,
walk
in
"We
around
the
need to
looking like
go to
this.
the hair store immediately."
no. She took her to the beauty supply and was all like, "No more Tresemme, more Merle's Beauty."
She was like, "Put this down.
No, she told
Everything
her.
Put this
Sadie picked up,
down.
Listen,
Annabeth was
put the
smacking her hands
Garnier
away.
fructis down.
Put the
No,
fine tooth comb away. You do not need that." Like,
she
she
She's
just
like,
was
"What are
right
you
there.
doing?"
she showed Sadie what a wide tooth comb can do and some deep conditioner. And Sadie was like, "You changed my
She
life."
got her some Olaplex. Like,
She
she was
said,
ready.
"Sadie, why are you washing your hair every single night, my
No,
sister?
she
Please."
said, "Sadie, what do you mean you're using just Tresemme in a wide tooth comb? What do you mean you're using this?" Sadie, we're going to the beauty supply. And Sadie was like, "Sally's?" She was like, "Sally's?"
No,
Sally's. I'm
Sally's.
sorry.
Sally.
She was all like, "Oh, it's bad for her."
Annabeth dared, she was like, "I gotta hunt down her parents if it's her
No,
grandparents if it's the last thing I do."
no. And you know, Annabeth was talking to Carter. He was all like, and she was all like, "What do you mean you let your sister do that?" And Carter was like, "What the fuck you talking about? I can't do nothing."
Like,
And Annabeth was all
how
like,
you let her walk around like this?
"Why you look?" And you know, Percy can't say shit because Annabeth's gonna be like, "You're not meant for this conversation." I get the sentiment, but you know, okay, he just sit down and drink his juice while Annabeth and Carter get on Sadie's ass.
That
I know Sadie was drying her hair with a regular towel. And
No,
was like, "Microfiber, bless my Aphrodite, take
oh,
this."
Sadie introduced her to the Aphrodite cabin silk wraps, okay, and that changed Sadie's life.
Sadie wasn't even using moisturizer, hair oil, nothing.
Nothing.
Sadie
listen,
was not
Sadie.
moisturizing her
Listen,
body out the shower. Annabeth said, "You're ashy?"
No, no.
Like, you don't use cocoa butter?
Sadie, when she first saw Sadie, she was all like, "Oh wow, oh wow, this ain't right. This
Sadie
ain't
been using
right.
the lightest foundation
He said,
forever.
"You need my help. I'm on my way."
I'm on my way." No,
listen. Sadie Kane does brush her curls out, much to the chagrin of everyone around her. She don't know no better.
no.
She
Like
don't
she
know how to
No, it's
detangle
time to
No,
her hair.
grow up.
Annabeth had to take Sadie straightener away for 30 days and 30 nights. She was all
Sadie
like,
doesn't have a curl
Annabeth,
pattern.
Annabeth wrapped that straightener in a Greek shroud and burned it.
no,
There is a straightener floating around in a doo-wop somewhere.
no.
Absolutely.
Annabeth had to introduce Sadie to a detangling brush. Like, she was all like, "Look, look, 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 we're not doing this no more. Okay, I
She
can't
got
have
Sadie
you up."
some Olaplex and was like, "Here, first off."
No,
She took that gel away from Sadie. She said,
no,
"No more of this.
She
no.
took the Eco
Stop with
Styler.
the gel.
You
Stop with
know,
the
Sadie.
inside."
Sadie was not using Eco Stylish. She was using
She
some
wasn't.
generic shit from the fucking Sally.
Listen, she was
Oh,
using some Garnier fruities. I fear.
don't start.
No,
She been using
Garnier,
regular
don't do
white
that to
people hair
her.
gel.
Annabeth had to be like, "None of this. More of Auntie Jackie's. Like, put that down."
Like,
Auntie Jackie's owned by a white woman. Wait.
Look, look, look. It was black on once, and it worked. Okay? I'm not about to be fighting in the natural hair community. It
I,
gets, it gets the job done when it
listen, I can't talk too much. I got some Aunt Jackie's products in
No, I'm sorry. No,
He
like,
told Sadie to put the edge control down because why Sadie ain't got no edges? She said, "You
no.
don't got time for this
Don't do
right now." Let me
that.
Her
tell you
edge is
something.
back to the behind
Listen,
her ears.
It's back. No, no, no. Sadie's edges is back. Annabelle took care of that in 2015. No, why to this day Sadie texts Annabeth every time she needs a new hair product? Is this good,
listen. Sadie Kane be at the beauty supply store stressing with
No,
Annabeth on speed dial.
no. Sadie Kane goes to the beauty supply store. She FaceTime Annabeth.
The entire way through the store till she
No,
gets to the cashier.
Listen,
and you know they be
Sadie
listening.
Kane goes to the beauty supply store to get some braiding hair and just cries.
No,
He calls Annabeth.
She on the phone for like half an hour.
no. She goes to the beauty supply store and she calls Annabeth. And then people, you know, they don't look at her that crazy because she's one of the light brights. Okay. But still, she go in there, she don't know what the fuck she doing for 30 minutes, and then she
Mind
get up and
you,
call Annabeth.
Annabeth has to remind Sadie that the Athena cabin makes their own braided hair.
No,
Mind you.
Annabeth was all like, I got a few special packs if you want.
Annabeth gives her the leftover extensions.
No, Annabeth, Annabeth,
This
she gave her a few packs of hair, and Sadie was on her way.
listen, I
Okay,
fear we're
She
moving on
was
from the fact
flipping
that Annabeth definitely introduced Sadie to a bonnet.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
telling you, those
Like
silk
Sadie was just
Aphrodite
going
Didn't
to
tell her
bonnets.
sleep.
nothing
No
else.
Annabeth,
bonnet, just
like
vibe.
Annabeth introduced her to everything. First
No,
off, Sadie didn't know what she was doing.
Sadie never wore a bonnet for like 13 years until she
Mind
met
you,
Annabeth.
Sadie didn't know
She
what a
slept on
bonnet
a
was. Her
No,
grandparents told her those were for ghetto black people.
no, her grandparents
Right.
made sure she never saw a bonnet. They was not even letting her watch black people shows.
She
The
didn't know what it
Fresh
was.
Prince,
Annabeth showed her and she was like,
absolutely
what is
not.
this?
They
Like at
don't.
first Sadie was the whitest of whitewashed.
Okay, no. Sadie has matured. She's grown. She know what a bonnet is. She know how to get braiding hair.
Basically
Sadie
like one
had
of
to
those
learn how to
spiritual
cornrow. Why am I laughing at her? I can't cornrow.
Annabeth taught her. Mind you, the black daughters of Aphrodite are born with the hair braiding gene.
No, oh, they
She
do.
was literally learning from the best. Oh
Okay,
wow.
That hair braiding gene does not skip a generation.
no,
It
it's been
don't.
on for
It
a
don't.
thousand years.
The Athena Cabin girls always come correct.
Let me tell you,
Like
the Athena Cabin girls, every fucking 2 weeks they got a new hairstyle. Okay, they were
Athena
every,
and Aphrodite cabin really do link up about hair.
no
they
every
organize
two.
wash day together.
Let me tell you, every 2 Saturdays, the camp do not give Athena or Aphrodite Cabin any chores. You're not seeing them kids. Okay,
They said
they
do
wake up.
not go to the bathroom.
No, they
Stay
wake up
away
bright
from
and
the
early.
showers.
Okay, they wake up bright and early, and they not be seen to the rest of the fucking afternoon.
Mind you, it's the Athena cabin and the Aphrodite cabin. They round up every other black girl,
Yeah,
all of it. They have to make sure the Aries cabin girls,
oh,
they
the
gotta
Aries,
keep cornrows in.
the
Because
Aries
the Aries
Cabin.
cabin girls be losing braids and fights.
No, let me tell you something. The Aries Cabin girls, they be like, "Aren't you gonna come braid your hair?" And they're like, "No," and they're like, "Come braid your hair."
Like their braids are fuzzy and everything.
Okay,
They
I'm
be cornrowing they hair down. They're like, this is all you get. All
no.
right, fine.
Let me tell you, the Aries Cabin girls, they're like, "I'm not seeing the box braids. It's time. It's time." The Demeter girls go willingly. Like they're the first ones to show up. Okay, they're the first ones to do the link up because they're ready to get their hair braided. Aphrodite girls, they're already in the sacred meetup.
If you're in
listen.
the Hermes cabin and you don't know who your parents is,
They
but
give
you
you
can braid hair, they stick
they
you right in the
no. The Hermes cabin is become a ritual. Can you braid really well? I think we know who your parents is. She don't gotta claim it.
Like they're like, we just gonna take you
Like take your
in. They
stuff and
already got
go.
5 to a bunk.
They
Like we're gonna
adopt
take
no, they
you.
adopt all the Hermes girls
The
that can
kids that
braid.
come with fresh braids, they ask them, who did your hair? And they're
Yeah,
like, I did.
And they're like, I
All
did.
right.
They're
Yeah,
like,
no, you
follow
coming
me.
with us.
I know
no,
where you
First
belong.
off, I think
But
the Aries
mind
girls
you,
are tenderheaded. Like
I
that's
would
what
They
blame the
are.
Hermes cabin
absolutely.
for the braiders who charge at $50 million and say you gotta come wash that.
Listen,
It's the
I
no.
Hermes
fear
cabin.
detangling the hair of her Aries Cabin girls is a task.
They gotta
I
charge
feel
for
like
that. I'm
all Aries
sorry.
children are tender headed.
Yep. No.
They're the ones that are moving while you're trying to just like get the one
Won't
small
sit
knock
still to
And you
out.
save
gotta
their
whack
life.
them with the brush on the back of
Yeah.
their head because they
You
won't
gotta
stop
warn
moving.
them to stay still.
I'm not gonna hold you. The Aries Cabins girls has been banned once or twice for trying to fight. And all the,
Absolutely.
and
They got
everybody's
tapped
like,
with
The
that
Athena
brush a little
cabin
too
pulled the
hard.
nap one time and they
oh,
tried to fight.
And braid your shit yourself if you can act like this.
mm-mm.
Somebody in reply
They
said at the
apologize.
hour and 30-minute mark, this conversation always turned cracked. Like we
Always.
always
We just talked about the gods having brunch
we
together.
don't. I,
When have
you
we
know
had to
what?
fight
20
each
minute
other?
conversation about brunch.
I'm not gonna hold you.
Without fail.
That was one of the best
That's one of our
segues.
best off-topic conversations ever,
Like,
actually.
the brunch of the gods. Ooh,
We didn't even get it was at least somewhat focused. We didn't call anybody names. Like
It's
right.
the way that
Listen, I fear it's not the most off topic we've been because we spent like 10 minutes clowning
Black
Amos at the
Annabeth
beginning.
and the Percy Grover conversation. What is
No.
the worst conversations we've ever had? Let's
Hold
hear
on.
it.
Listen, we
Mind
ain't
you,
even
at the
finished the
Let me hear
book.
it.
they
Let
be
me
Listen,
hear
we
the
serving
can
fan
stop
goat.
self,
talking
They
but
be
about the
serving
book.
goat.
This
I'm
ain't
sorry.
even.
the empathy lead.
We ain't even
No.
finished the book.
Hold on. My sister not here to defend herself. I gotta intervene.
I'm so sorry.
I gotta intervene. Listen. I'm not gonna lie and say they don't be at Pride together. Like I'm not.
Mind you, Annabeth be there too.
Oh, Annabeth, she's at Pride. There's the meme. If you see my baby daddy at Pride, come
Don't
on.
inbox
You
me.
box
No,
me.
I feel me. I
No,
know.
she don't even say I know. She's like, I'm there too.
She's the
He's
one
like,
who
I'm right
drove.
here next to him.
Like I
I'm
drove
ready.
us there.
Annabeth drove them to Pride. Like, let's be serious.
Okay,
Right.
Annabeth is the DD at the Pride Fest.
Wait, because none of them can drive. Let's be real. Like,
She
Not
pays for
too
the
much.
bus.
Percy can drive. Not too
No.
much.
Oh,
You
not
know who can't
well.
drive? That's at Pride. Talia.
oh,
Talia
she
is
takes
not
lead.
allowed behind the wheel, but is
No,
at
no, no.
Pride.
Talia, they don't even let her in the front seat. She can't even call shotgun in the back. Okay,
She's in a child's size seat as well.
they make sure Thalia's seatbelt is locked first, and then they get in the car.
They
You know,
distract them with an iPad so she doesn't freak out.
you know who else is at Pride? I'm
Apollo.
sorry, Sadie be
Papa.
at Pride. That little red streak, Sadie's at Pride.
First
I'm
of all,
sorry.
Oh yeah.
see, if you only got one part of your hair dyed,
You're
you
at Pride.
will.
Sadie
I
be
need
at
y'all to stop coming for me.
no.
Because I
So you
got
don't.
a part of my
So you
hair
don't be
dyed
at
red.
Pride. So you're not at Pride.
I fear I'm at Pride. Like, y'all-
Mind you know who's banned from Pride?
Aries.
Apollo, Aries,
No.
Whoa.
Listen. Apollo can only go to the night events. They don't let
He
Apollo in.
cannot be there during the
He
day.
can't be out there,
Apollo
right?
cannot be around the kids in
if
Pride.
you see Fox at
Absolutely
Pride, do not
Once
inbox
it hits,
me.
once
I
it hits
know.
8 p.m., they allow Apollo in. Before
not.
that,
No,
absolutely not.
you
If
know
the
what they
sun's
say?
up,
They say
he's not there.
if the sun is still up, you can't come.
Artemis be at Pride too, but she be looking for
She
she
looks
be
for a
recruited
Guarding
goddess.
at
them.
Pride.
No, that's where she recruits the most. Okay,
Right.
she hears the L sec. She see the L section rolling down, and she goes, "Them my people. Let me go."
The L, the A, anyone who's asexual, she's coming after them. She's
She
like,
said,
yo, I
"Let's."
got brochure for you.
She said, "Hey, I have a little job for you. You're trying to turn 500 into
She's a
1,000."
cult leader.
She comes up like, I have a group I think you might be interested in
No,
joining.
That's why Artemis got banned from Pride.
she's banned from Pride.
She was
She is not allowed to go.
She's
No,
trying to induct people into a cult. Of course she's
let me tell
banned.
you, Apollo makes sure to know that's my sister, but we not close like that.
You don't
He's
get to
not
go to
getting.
family reunions.
No, he's already banned from the fucking morning events. He's not trying to be banned forever like his sister.
Right. You
Okay,
want to know who's really banned? Zeus. They're not letting him in
no,
there.
listen,
Zeus,
Oh yeah.
Like,
Zeus.
they contact
Zeus
Hades.
don't like gay people. I'm sorry,
No,
I've decided actually.
I fear if we're looking at the myths, Zeus is at Pride.
Listen, Zeus
You
is
know
That
what?
at
It's
Pride.
true.
But
Nobody
they don't
wants
want
him
him
there.
there.
let me tell you, they call Hades and they was like, do a distraction for the month for us,
no
please.
Zeus is banned from Pride because anytime he go, Hera show up mad.
Yeah, no,
She come up
Hera
with
is the true
protesters and
band
And
that
signs.
Harold got a got an anti-gay sign. Like,
no, she show up with the let's go back to normal family. Let's embrace tradition.
She's like, she comes there with the signs like with babies saying, "Oh, like don't you guys want children?" or some
No, no,
shit like
no.
that.
You know who shows up in support? You know the parents that be support that Pride. Aphrodite be at the Pride support.
Oh yeah.
Mind
Poseidon
you,
be at the
Aphrodite
Pride
Aphrodite
center.
is just attending Pride. No,
Aphrodite's in the
she also
parade.
just
Like, let's be
ran.
honest.
She's like, "All my kids are
Aphrodite has
here."
a freaking flow in the parade.
Okay, Aphrodite.
Aphrodite got a little sugar in her tank. She definitely has.
No, I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
her and Boss be at Pride together. She no, let me tell you, for that day, she makes sure there's beef between her Festus and Aries, so they're not focused on her, so she can be at Pride.
She reignites.
Listen.
badly too.
Listen, I fear Aphrodite and Bass organize the drag shows. I fear.
No,
Oh
they
yeah,
actually,
when they're
Aphrodite sends a
voguing and
quick test
everything.
to Hephaestus that's like, oop, meant that for Aries.
yeah, no,
Ding dong.
she sent Aries a text. Yeah, her Festus. I'll be there by 2 p.m. And them motherfuckers gonna get it while she and Boss are looking at.
Listen, they just show up. They just go somewhere and fight for the entirety
Yeah,
of the pride.
and let me tell you, when she's done with the pride, she show up and she goes, "What's going on?" Okay, and you know she gonna leave with Aries because that's not a good woman.
Apollo's in the drag show, I think. Most
Oh,
likely.
He
He's
definitely is.
winning.
Absolutely.
Dionysus is also judging the drag show.
oh yes, Dionysus is an honorary judge. Okay, so who's the judge? Boss is a judge. Aphrodite is a judge. Dionysus is a judge. Apollo, he tried to judge and they kicked him off the panel. So now every year he just participates.
Listen, they just barely tolerate Apollo there. Like one
No,
wrong move, and
no,
he's like banned to sit in
they're
the
like,
corner.
do you not remember you are banned from the day of?
Like he's allowed to
He's on
be there.
thin
He
ice.
just does a little bit too much.
Mm-hmm.
Them haikus drive
No,
everybody insane.
I fear his fucking talent is fucking haikus and poetry, and everyone's like, "Oh, brother, here we
Listen,
go."
they see Apollo get on stage and everybody groans. Like,
No, they tried to extend the ban for the nighttime, but he begged and pleaded.
You get Percy in the background going, "Oh, brother,
Brother,
this
this
guy
guy
stinks."
stinks. Carter is at Pride for support. Okay, he come there, he supports Sadie. Okay, 2 years later, Carter come to Pride for Carter. Okay, and just listen.
He realized he's bi at
It
Pride.
took him a little bit, but he got there. Sadie never said nothing,
listen,
but she
He goes to
Carter.
suspected.
like he goes
Carter
like
is that
3
one
years in a
straight
row till
friend
he
that's like
realizes.
surrounded by queer people, and then
Wait,
like
I'm
like
gay.
it clicks a couple years later.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Carter go to Pride.
Carter was like, oh, 2 years in. He was like, wait
Oh,
a minute.
It was like, wait a minute.
no, I'm
Like,
telling you. And you know, Sadie bring it up every single time because that's one thing she got over his head. He came out sooner. Okay. But you know who don't be at Pride? Demeter.
Oh no.
absolutely not. Why
She
would that
don't.
little hag be at Pride?
And
She's
she's
on
like,
the
what
side
about
with the
family
anti-gay
values?
sign, first off.
She and Hera link up. Okay, it's bad for
Talking
And
about how
ISIS is
sacred
right there
marriage
with
is.
them.
Wait a
ISIS.
minute. Like,
They're talking about family values and stuff, the death of the
And you
nuclear
know,
family, kids needing father figures.
everyone when they show up, oh brother, the trio of hags. Zeus went to Pride 1 year, and Hera just was not having it. She's been
This is
the
what turned her
anti.
homophobic.
She's anti-LGBT.
how do we go from brunch to Pride to
Listen, this conversation
I don't remember
derailed
where
a
we went.
long time ago. We might as well just continue on because we ain't talked
We
about the red
started off
pyramid and I
bad.
don't know how long.
Mind you, if for those of y'all don't know, when Percy meets Sadie, he's like, "That looks like me and Annabeth's daughter." He
I
knew
feel like
Annabeth was
that's
black.
in levels. That's opened up a
That's
whole new
level.
realm now.
But also, I know Sadie and Carter be making fun of Annabeth for being in a little biracial relationship, and she'd be like, Who got two black parents?"
No,
No, listen, they be like, who got a white mama? Who mama
no,
white?
They
A
just
dead
said
white
that.
mama.
Mind you, Annabeth mama don't got a race, but she still
no.
got
Let
gas.
me tell you,
Look, Annabeth know a
Annabeth
thing ain't
said
white.
somebody in the room got a white mama, but not me. It's not me though. They say
No, listen, Annabeth go, I got four black grandparents.
What
no,
you got?
What you got?
Mind you, she only got two grandparents.
no, no.
Listen, she counts her great grandparents. She ain't never met them,
Kronos,
but she know
wait,
they black.
Kronos,
Not Chronos Black. Hold on.
no.
Wait.